What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Thank you for joining me on another video here. We're going to be talking about AMC. We all know that, they have shorting power. They're going to continue to short it. We didn't know that they would have this much to do it, that quick, but we are seeing a little bit of positivity as we go into late in the day. Even to GME standards, we're also looking at something positive, but we're talking about AMC here and what's going to happen as we go along through the months and years and all that stuff. So we're going to go into the Vortex data, we're going to go into the Fintel data, the price action, all of that stuff we normally talk about. But before I get started, guys, hit the like button. It does help out with the YouTube algorithm, as well as if you are not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, because I'm noticing that 50 all the way up to 70%, depending, what video it is, 70% of the people that are watching are not subscribed. So if you were one of those people, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much. You support me as a creator, and I continue to make this type of content. If you want me to continue to talk about AMC as much, I'll continue to be invested. But if you guys don't want to see it, then I, don't want to continue to make it. You'll see my positions, but just let me know in the comment section if you want me to continue to make as many AMC videos as possible, or if you want me to make more educational content like crypto content, as well as doing just overall investing content and educational stuff. So let me know in the comment section below. I can do both, but it's just I need to know which one you're more for, which I have a lot of people that are interested in AMC, a lot of people that are interested in investing. So without talking your ear off, let's go ahead and get into AMC and what did happen today. We're going to start with the price action. In the pre-market today, it was not the most volatile pre-market. We did see one dip and one increase, really. We seen that dip all the way down to about 45, to where we did increase up to a level of 46, opening up at 46.47, which is not a bad price to open up at. You could see that the previous close was 47.30, and in the day we actually surpassed that and went back to positive. But you could see that right when we opened up at 46, we decreased all the way down to 43.77, which would have been a great buying opportunity for a lot of people. Get in, find your entry point, and then be able to profit out of this. Or if you had some options, whatever you wanted to play, boom, you could play those options, sell that option if you wanted to, put whatever you invested back into AMC or into any other area you wanted to. But you could see that it went from 43, increased to a level of 45, to where they did pull this back a little bit more, tried to fight it, but it was more of a stair-stepping opportunity on the way up. You pulled so far away from the 200 EMA and the 50 moving average that surpassing that 50 moving average was easy, and the VWAP as well, decreasing down below there, more of a consolidation around that 15 moving average and VWAP. But then you see a large increase up to a level of about 46.45, close to where we opened at, and then you've seen a lot of consolidation around that point. Yes, you did see a little bit of a decrease, a bounce off of the VWAP, but you start to see this consolidation where it does increase pretty heavily, pulls far away from the VWAP and the 200 EMA, and is looking like it's finding some strength up in the $47 mark, 47, close to 48. It did resist from that 48 mark down to a level where it's at 46.99, close to 47 right now. You can see that the volume is not that high. It's around 72 million. I mean, we would say that that's high in the past, but what we're seeing is we're not seeing as much buying action that's going on, and that's what I wanted to get into my next point. We're not seeing as much buying opportunities or much buying action that's actually going on in here. We're seeing more or less more shorting action, not even selling action. We're probably seeing the combination of selling and shorting that's going on in this, and less buying action that's going into it. People are just buying and holding, and when they are holding, they're not buying as much. There's not much that we can buy because of the fact that so many people are holding the position. The only thing that we're waiting for is for them to short it less, and for whoever is selling to stop selling as much. We probably have, if we were looking at a total percentage, we're probably looking at around, let's say 10% of the people, or less than that, probably even 5% of the volume in the day is selling action. But then you have a massive amount of shorts that are going through. Now, we don't know how the rest of the day is going to play out. We could get to positive, and that would be great to be able to get back to positive and see like maybe 1-2% up after being so far down to a level of $43.77. But let's look at some Vortex data real quick to get an understanding of where we are. It looks like we did borrow, or they did borrow, 3.18 million more shares. You did see a return of about 5.72 million shares. So they're making sure they're showing us this picture, this perfect picture that they're returning these shares. It's getting better because they're returning the shares. You were at 100 million shorted shares there when it comes to the short interest, and you were over 19% of short interest of free float. So they're making it look like, oh, things are getting better when it comes to these numbers. So the fact that it's going down doesn't make sense. But really, they borrowed all of these shares. They borrowed all of the shares previously while the days were going up, while we started to see this, trickle up into a certain level, over 50, over 52, all of that. And they were borrowing all these shares, but they weren't necessarily shorting it. And now they're deciding to short the position because we have a lot of that detail in the Finra data. But you can see here, shares on loan is now below 110 million. You can see utilization is now below 88. It's at 88.11. So they're trying to paint this perfect picture here. But again, just like I said yesterday, we are not dumb. We're not stupid. We can see exactly what you guys are doing. We can see all of the negative action that's happening at once. We can see that shorting is different than borrowing shares. So if you are watching this or watching any of the AMC content on YouTube, we're not freaking stupid. We're not. We are playing this the exact way that we want to play it, and you're trying to paint this perfect picture, taking people out of the equation. And this is why we're here, to let people understand that they're basically playing poker right now, and it's just not looking good for them. It really isn't. So if we go into the Finra data, this is what's showing you, some volume, some shorting volume as you go through. Yesterday, they shorted 52% of the Finra volume. So 35.1 million Finra volume. They shorted 18.3%. If I had some of the CBOE short volume, you would be able to see more than that. That's actually being shorted. You would be able to see PSX shorting volume, which I would love to be able to see the total combined volume. Maybe I will, get another membership here just to test it out to see if it does equal what the total volume was. Because that was my issue first, is that this didn't equal what the total volume was because it didn't include all volume as a whole. But now it looks like it's including a ton of volume, plus showing you combined short volume ratio, the whole entire thing. So it should be really, really interesting to be able to see that. And if they're shorting around 50% of the overall picture, then that's absolutely horrible. And we can understand exactly what they're doing. But just understanding this in the Finra volume, 52% is huge. That's a big number. 18.3 million shares that you are shorting at one point, and then you start to see a little bit of an increase. I want to see what they shorted today. It has to be high in the morning. That has to have been pretty high. And now we're starting to see maybe some of that covering that's going on towards the end of the day of older shorts. And that's why you start to see that increase, because it's really just a one-for-one exchange. They shorted some more and they ended up, covering a little bit more, right? So they're shorting a hefty amount, more than what they're actually covering. So that's why you do see it as a decrease. But we're getting to a point to where they continue to cover things and people are buying at some of these lows. That's why you saw it at 43.77 started to increase. People were buying it at 43.77 because it makes sense to buy it there. So ultimately, we look at this overall picture and it's more of the same. And I'll give you these updates. I try and, give you an understanding of what I see in the position, the shorting position, what I see in, the Finra volume, all that stuff. I just feel like, and I don't want to seem like I'm recycling things at all. Like I'm recycling information, because it seems to be the same, reasoning behind why this stuff is decreasing every single day. And it seems repetitive to me. Just let me know if you like what I'm giving you, because most of it obviously is more repetitive than anything, because they continue to short every single day. We have the buying action. Everything remains the same. So I don't want to sit here and, recycle things to you, but I also want to give you guys updates for the people that really want to know where it is. So whether you like this or not, just let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Seriously, hit the subscribe button for the 70% of people that are watching right now that are not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. I don't know if you're watching to this point. If you did watch to the end, type in the comment section Coca-Cola. and then I'll know that you watched to the end. And I would really appreciate, to know how many people watch to the end, and also to know how many subscribers I do gain on a certain video. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, for being a part of this community. I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video.